Hello, this is Ebonygeek. You're always welcome to join me in expanding your knowledge base. Comments are always welcome, and please subscribe.
We're doing an experiment. In this experiment, we have to know a couple things. First of all, we want to get out a ruler. For this experiment, you're going to need 64 LEDs with the color of your choosing, a cardboard box, and some kind of ruler, and some Elmer's glue. The reason why you need the ruler is we're going to need it for the cardboard. The reason why we want to know where to set up our lines is because we're going to use it to work with this piece of cardboard. The cardboard that I cut is coming in at 5 6/8 on one side. On the other side, it's coming in at 5 and a little under 1/8. So 5 6/8, 5 1/8. If you want to just go by my measurements. So I don't know where the recording stopped. So let me explain what I did. As you can see, according to our LEDs and the length of the leads, we need these leads to be able to intersect so we can solder them together. The way I set it up is this grid is set up 3/8 apart, 3/8 of an inch apart. Okay, so the squares are 3/8 of an inch apart, up and down. Now I know my grid isn't perfect, and this is a 3. Okay, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's the spacing of these squares, 3/8 of an inch. We're not going to use this row because of course I messed it up. This is where the first LED is going to start. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's our grid. This idea came from someone who watches my videos. Her name is Cheyenne, and she gave me the idea of actually using cardboard in order to prototype a circuit. What if I wanted to make an 8x8 LED grid? Okay, just for testing out patterns and things like that, just to see what we can do. Well, I'm experimenting with that. Who knows, I might take the whole thing apart. So why put it on a circuit board? Well, her suggestion was to use regular cardboard. As you can see, this is cardboard. A nice stiff cardboard. If I bend it too much, it's gonna bend. But for right now, it's a nice stable platform. So that makes sense in ways. So how are we going to get the LEDs through the cardboard? We're going to use a safety pin. What we're going to do is we're going to put a hole on top of the line and on bottom of the line, not too close together, not too far apart. Remember, the LED got to fit in there. And it's going to be something like that type of spacing. So use your better judgment. Like I said, you don't want to put them too close, and you don't want to put them too far apart. So I'm putting this, I'm going to go ahead and put my first hole right at the top of the line. Wiggle it around. Right at the bottom of the line. Wiggle it around. And there's our first set of holes for the LED. It's gonna fit in here like this. Okay, let's see. And mind you, this is really my first time experimenting like this, so okay, so that's how the first LED is going to fit in. If we turn it over, we see where it's coming in. The reason why you wiggling your safety pin around is so that it makes it a better fit. You want your LED to sit right up on the board, you see? Now, we're going to do that for the rest of this grid. Wiggle it around a little bit. You're not tearing down or tearing up, you're just wiggling it around a little bit. Next hole above the line, next hole below the line, wiggle it around a little bit. Now, you want to keep in mind that you want to keep it as close to the line as possible and keep it uniform. See, one below the line, one under the line. Like I said, you don't want to go too far over the line or too far under the line. Your LED's got to fit in there. Wiggle it around. That one is kind of not quite right, but this is a prototype cardboard. So, just so it's not ripped, we fine. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this, because that's fine, it's just too close for my liking. And that's our 8. Okay, so I'm going to heat up my soldering iron. I want to do this one by one, roll by roll. Let's see. So since we're going to start here, that will be the first roll. Right now, what we're doing is we're working on our LEDs. I wired up a simple circuit here, which is simply positive and negative with a resistor pulling down ground. The reason why I did that is I wanted to show you a little trick. Now, say you have one of these LEDs. This LED is the same one that's on this side. Okay, but you want the same kind of LED that's on this side. Some say that the light is spread out better. And it's a better light. Some say it's not really worth the time to get it there. Now what I mean by that is it's the same LED, but how you do that is you either buy it in a pack that's frosted LEDs, or you use your same clear LEDs and a piece of sandpaper. You just go all around it and sand it down until it's frosted like the LED that's here. So you might want to think about that before you start. I'm not going to frost it by sanding all around and on the top of the LED. But that's a little hint for you. What we're going to do now is I'm going to unhook this. And notice I did use resistors. You want to use resistors to save your LEDs. If I hadn't used the resistor, these LEDs would have got hot. The problem with resistors though is a lot of times it limit the brightness of your LEDs, but it also keep your LEDs from burning off. You could either use your breadboard, like I have it wired here. This is the ground, the purple. A resistor is pulling it down to the ground of the LED. And this is your 5 volt. And that's going to the positive of the LED. Simply checking to make sure that the LEDs work. And you could do that with all 64 LEDs, because 8 times 8 is 64. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Arduino. It's underneath this proto board right there. And I'm going to just simply run it down the way I normally do. There's 2 rails down the middle of this proto board. This one is 5 volt, this one is ground. Makes it very simple for testing your LEDs. Just hold it with the positive there and the negative there. And you just test it. Sometimes your LED legs is a little too close together though. So just pull it away gently. And it lit up. Let's see. Lights up. That one's working. On to the next one. That one's working. On to the next one. That one's working. And we're going to do it for all 64 LEDs.
I am Ebonygeek, and I hope that the information provided has been helpful to you. Please remember to subscribe. Happy building and happy coding.